Hi, welcome back. My name is Vasco Gamer. This is Talking Over the Mug. Coffee. I always enjoyed coffee, even when I was small. Yeah, both in size and in height, and maybe age as well. Yeah, probably. I think I started drinking coffee at around 13, 14. Yeah, my relationship with coffee is now over 10 years old. Oh. Still enjoy it as much as I did back then. I remember during I don't know if it's either in upper high school or if it's in college, depending on where you are in the world, but anyway, at the age of 18, when I turned 18, we're in Norway, then it's legal for us to buy alcohol, or rather that it's now legal for us to be able to sell alcohol to us. It's a weird law. Anyway, I remember that day, just sitting at school, okay, I have an hour free now. Okay, I'll get down to the liquor store, because we have a special store for that sells everything over 4.5%. So from strong beer and upwards. And then I bought myself just a tiny little bottle of, what was it again? I think it was some alcoholized milk. I will not tell you which, you can maybe guess yourself. And came back, just a bit in the coffee. Good. Because in my school there was no way of getting milk in your coffee, so might as well just have some bit stronger instead. Nowhere near the Irish though, but yeah, it was good that day. And still to this day I drink coffee, and I think that's the only time I ever had some alcohol in it. Because I want to keep it safe and sound until I devour it. I think coffee should be so strong that if you miss or just randomly drop let's say a sugar cube in a coffee, this is what you should hear. And it's gone, forever dissolved in the black tar. When we talk about coffee, at least in that early age, I was one of the first in my class to begin to drink it at the age of 13, 14, something like that. I still hated school back then. I still despise all my years at preliminary, elementary, and high school. Even some parts of college as well, because, well, I got picked on a lot. Just think about this for a second. You got a kid. He is hyper as all hell, weird as all hell, and talkative. Yeah. And then you can multiply that by Tourette, ADHD, and Asperger, autism, whatever, basically. You got one weird, fat kid there. Every bullet just, bing! Oh, we got a target. He's 1 year younger than us. Let's have some fun for the remaining 9 years that we are here. That's fun. And so, being picked on almost every day, changed school, changed back again, because it was worse on a new school than in the old, weirdly enough. I've become quite hard-skinned when it comes to comments and such. And so, if you ever meet me out on the town, you can say whatever you want in my face, no problem. You can call me a big fuckaroo. Fatty, I could probably just... Is that all you got? Try again, please. Those I grew up with, and especially myself, with all the hazing and all the cussing and all, being picked on for that many years, I don't see how things can be that offensive anymore. I have problem with that, but then I got a problem with humans. I say humans because it's a global problem, a global issue for me. I don't understand feelings, so I don't really mind them. I try to understand them, but at the same time, why do you get offended if it's not something to do with you? You get offended, but it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with the other guy, and he's fine with it. Like if I tell you as a person who probably can see, since you're on YouTube and all, a blind joke. And I got a friend of mine who's blind right next to me. He laughs. If you then take up and you become offended on his behalf, when he is fine with it, how is that correct, right? I don't know. And that's what I want to get to the bottom of, really. Try to understand this since, I don't know, 2015 or something. 16 at least. Because if you insult me, I can get offended, but so what? I don't give a damn if you, whatever you want to call me, if you want to come with hate comments, sure, go ahead, I might get a good laugh of it. If you give me a good insult, I have great irony, so sure, go ahead. I'ma just laugh it off, that's it. I don't take that personal, because I've taken that personal for 10 years. So fucking what? And that's the problem, because if you have been picked upon and been hazed and been insulted for that many years, you become very hardened to it. And so things that I might find as a drop in a bucket may break other people. And that's very interesting, but also very annoying. Because if something finally reaches into me through many layers of hardship, then that's very drastic. And then that might just... I'll fluff you too! While someone else might have been broken a while back. Way back there. And that's where things are very interesting. Because since we all have different experiences, we're different humans, and we have all these, well, we are different. And so, people who insult others just for trying to prove a point, or just to be a troll, or being annoying, or just because you want to see them, they want to be seen or heard. Why do you... It's okay to be loud. Loud! Like that. It's okay to insult, like, hey, fluff you, random dude on the street. Okay, sure, what's your reason? Why did you say that to me? And then they got nothing against you, it's just that they were frustrated and want to get out on someone. Sure, go ahead. No problem, but just be very wary who you say that to, random citizen. Like this instance, there are a lot of times where I might say the entirely wrong thing, but that's because I'm trying to make sure the circumstances is known to be that, okay, you'll get the point. This is to prove the point, and it's also try to make a joke out of it. Maybe a bad timing or anything, please tell me that, but at the same time, you know that a lot of men, this is actually because most men have this feature, they got something that they call, what is it again, joke Tourette. They call it, at least, and that's a bit annoying, but anyway, go on. And that is that they tell a joke without really thinking about what they say. Yeah, I can see that. Same time, that's not real Tourette, but sure, go ahead. That's mostly a compulsive disorder, not Tourette in itself. And I can see that as a big problem. But same time, if you just tell about it beforehand, no problem. This might be a bit offensive if you take yourself this close to you. Yeah, don't do that. This is not meant to you directly, it's meant as something to an entire picture. Yeah. I I began with coffee and now I'm through snowflakes, through offensive, back to coffee, to school, to coffee, to remarks, bullying, to back to coffee. Yeah, I really can't have a clear line of thought, can I? No way in the slightest. I'm looking forward to me in the job. That could be interesting. And one thing I just can't understand about idiots in general is that if you go out on the street late at night, especially if you're a dude, because other dudes are just idiots, even between themselves, just, hey, fuck you. And if I respond with the same, without having done anything to them, just, hey, fluff you too, dude. They come over and want to do more trouble. Why? Some people, I say some people because this applies to a lot of people, but I say some people, are idiots. If they see something with that they think is unnatural, that is weird, that's uncommon, they will call it out and use it against you. Which why I had long hair also. That was fun to just creep people out as well. When it was perfect, especially when it was completely blonde, I sat back, just reading a book, just, hello! Someone passes you, just, oh hello, just, hi, what's up? I could scare a lot of dudes who thought I was a girl. Just because long hair. Do not get deceived by long hair. Trap 101. I got a lot of remarks about long hair since I'm a man. I didn't care. I never took it close to me. First funniest instance I think was a dude at an Irish pub in Bergen. Yeah, we have a lot of those. There's one in every town, at least one. Came up to me. I had long hair and more beard than I do. I think I had this perhaps or something. Mustache and everything. Just, are you a boy or a girl? I'm a 23-year-old man, yes. What do you require of me? Huh? Something wrong with you? Well, I do have at least one brain damage. That was genetic. Anything else? You gay or something? Nope. What else? Okay, have a good night. Just wondered, you freak. And then he just left. I just love that. Because he was drunk as all hell. Me sitting there with my coffee and a book in an Irish pub. Sure, I don't mind. I don't even care the slightest about those dudes. I just think it's a good story in the end. And as long as I can get a laugh out of things, I don't really mind. What I would really want to have is just, if you're mad about someone, tell them out of it. Or I'll just slug it out. But then again, violence is not the answer most of the time, except if you're a boxer. Or just sit down, have an insult competition. First one who laughs loses. Done. I want that. Just be able to sit here, take comments from you, just talk through it. If there's anything you want to say to me, just type it in the comments and I will read it. I'll also tag it because then I know I can just come back to it. And the reason why I don't respond to some of the comments is because no matter if I respond in a positive or negative, that will have a big effect all around, and that could be problematic. Because if it's an insult, I respond to it, then more insults will come. If I don't respond to it, okay, nothing will happen. If I respond badly to it, responding badly is then imperative, and it's very different from comment to comment. Yeah, you get the deal. So for all your trolls out there, Great, it's now evening. This is evening for me. Please come back after 11 o'clock when it's dark, and remember, be out by 6. Just so you don't get turned to stone. I do not want any of my subs turning to stone. We know what? Challenge. If you're a troll, go out when it's sunny out, and you'll rock. Oh, great joke. Oh, anyway. Sorry for taking up this much of your time, but anyway, this has been me, Vasco, with... How did I? Yeah, that's a great tag for the video. I'm clumsy as all hell today. This is the second time I spilled something on myself in about an hour? Yeah. First it was pizza, now it was hot coffee. I think I do need to pass a test to become an adult. Yeah. But that, again, I think that's something with Tourette's. Like, there's not always the big things, the flamboyant things. It's most of the time just you shake a bit, and that's enough to just make things a bit harder. And that's the annoying part, because that's things that most people don't see. You're just being clumsy, but again, you have full control, and then something happened. Fuck. That's a big motion, on the other hand, or a medium motion. A small is just to drop something. Depending on what you drop, that can be problematic. Let's say a vase. Careful, careful. Okay, that's that vase. Well then, it's time for me to phase away. Back to the old dark that's called YouTube. Or at least YouTube dark. Anyway, goodbye from me, Vasco, and coffee time. Coffee, bullying, school, back to coffee again, back to school, back to hazing, I guess, and back to offended, jokes, Tourette, not really, just babble time, I guess, bye.